Hello everyone, welcome to my new video. And today topic we will be discussing about the pipeline stage options for Power BI, where we are deploying the Power BI reports from one workspace to the other workspace. In my previous video, I have explained how we can deploy the Power BI reports by the pipeline. But here we have to consider all the options available for this pipeline deployment. Okay, let's get started. So I have noted down few key topics today. These are the 7 key topics we are going to discuss. The first one is the workspace selection. So uh, let me go back to the Power BI service where I have 3 stages: development, test, and production. And in this stage, suppose I have few report, okay, few report or the semantic model available here, so which I can deploy to the next stage. So if you see here, this is there is no workspace is assigned for the test. Okay, so you can select either of the workspace available in this tenant, um, and post that you can start the deployment. Okay, so this is what I am saying. So basically you can select the workspace before your pipeline starts. Okay, so if you don't have any specific workspace, then once you deploy it from the development to test, it will automatically create the workspace for you. Okay, so let's go to the next option. So that is called deployment item selection. So basically when you deploy items from one workspace to the other, you have to select the items which you want to move. So there is an item selection options is available. What are the exact items you need to deploy from one workspace to the other workspace? Okay, but there is a quick note here. If you see a button called select related, basically if you are selecting this multi-currency for D365 report and click on the select related, it will automatically select the related for this scenario, the semantic model for this report is automatically selected. Okay, so if there are 5 reports, or one report is connected to a particular semantic model, if you click on that particular report and click on this button called select related, it will automatically select all those related items for your deployment. Okay, there is an option available for you. The next is the dependency consideration. So basically in this slide we are going to see, when you are deploying a particular item from one workspace, like you can say I am deploying, okay, let me assign this first test or a test 1. Okay, let me see. Okay, so this report is not available here, or this semantic model is not available in the target workspace. Okay, now I am selecting the particular report. I'm clicking on the deploy button. Okay, now if I click on the deploy, it will give you the error. Why? Because I only selected the report, not the related item like which is required for report to work. The related item is the semantic model. So this is the error which is showing that you have to select the semantic model for this report to the target workspace where it will work properly. So importance of dependent item in deployment is, like, you have to select the related item before you are deployment starts. Okay, so in my previous video also I was discussing about the comparison icon indicator, but these are the two icons will showcase the status of the deployment. Once the deployment is done, it will show the status based on these two icons. If I go back to the Power BI service, you see there is a button here and there is another comparison button here. There are two types of button available. So if you click here, it will show you what is available in the source, what is available in the target. Okay, you must identify there is a button called new here. Okay, now there are three types of buttons will be visible for each individual item. The first item, the green color one, it will showcase what are the items present in the source, but it is not present in the target. The second is the different one. That means the source and the target reports or the semantic model or the item is not matching. Okay, so there is some difference between the source and target. The last item is a missing item which will show in the target. That means the item present in the target, not in the source. For an example, the item is present in the test but not present in the development workspace. So these are the three icons basically indicates the status of each individual item in the workspace. Okay, now once you deploy, right, once you deploy all this report from one stage to the other stage, and if you click here, this production stage will, or the last stage will be automatically public. Okay, and if I go back to the test, but it is not by default public. Okay, if you want to make it public, it will be automatically. This is just one of the consideration for the access, like the last or the productions stage will be automatically public. Okay, now we are deploying from one stage to the other stage. So I have divided into three categories. Basically, the one is the deploy all content, the second one is the selective deployment, and the third is the backward deployment. So first and second we already saw in my previous video, but the backwards deployment, how we can do that, let's see that. Okay, so backwards, in the example of backward deployment, means the item present in the target, not in the, like the item present in the production, not in the previous stage. Okay, that also possible. So any order, you can go from development to test, or test to development, or test to production, or production to test. You can go back from top to bottom or bottom to top. So let's see what are the reports present here. If the same report is present here, okay, let's take another example. Okay, if I click here, the first option is deploy to previous stage is grayed out. Why? Because so first of all, to make this work, you have to unassign the workspace. Okay, now if I click here, you will see that option is available for you to deploy. So once you click here, there is the deployment starts from production to test. Now there is another workspace is created, BI test workspace test 2. We are copying the reports from production workspace to the test. Okay, meantime it is copying. So this is the backward deployment we are doing. And other thing is, deploying to a previous stage works only if the previous stage is empty. Okay, when you are deploying to a previous stage, you cannot select the specific items. All content has to be deployed. So that means in the target state we have two items. So when you are deploying from production to test, there is no option that you have to select only testing URL, that is the semantic model, to the test. So by default it will copy everything from the source to the target. Hope it is clear. So let's move to the next one. Once your deployment final step is done, you know what to deploy, what not to deploy. So once you suppose you are clicking on the deploy, there is an option called add a note. So basically, when you are deploying, you may deploy 10 times or 15 times or 50 times, but when you add some note, like I have a particular change for this report, I have added a column, so that you can keep it as a note here. So in future state, you can review for this deployment what was the change I did in that particular report. So this is basically you are tracking the changes on the basis of a note. Okay, and that will help you to understand the changes happened for that particular report throughout the time. That's all for the today video. in the next video, we are going to see all other options which is available for the pipeline stages. Thank you for watching again. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel for more content like this. Your support is greatly appreciated. Thank you very much.